to Harvard Business Review. Burnout is not just a mental health issue, but it can cause actual health-related issues such as depression, heart disease, and sometimes even death. Entrepreneurs are at an even higher risk of burnout because they tend to be extremely passionate about work, and they also tend to be more socially isolated. They have a limited safety net, and they oftentimes operate in high uncertainty. So if you're currently burnt out and you feel like quit or not knowing what to do next, do not go anywhere. I'm going to tell you exactly why this happened at the most fundamental level to you, and also going to reveal 3 steps that you can do and apply to your life that can change your burnout situation instantaneously. Hi, my name is Crystal. For those who don't know me, welcome to my channel. I'm a serial entrepreneur in the space of e-commerce. I have been an entrepreneur for the last 4 years, and before that, I was a management consultant. I have burnout from both professional work as an employee and as an employer many times. I remember the last time I was really burnt out was that my business was growing and it probably tripled in amount at the time. And I just remember how much anxiety I felt. And I called my dad and I cried to him. I said that I don't know what to do because my business grew so fast and I could already foresee all the challenges going to face when the business was growing so fast. And I don't know whether I was up for the challenge because I knew from my experience of scaling and growing business, like sometimes it was hard. And I never deal with those mental blocks of me avoiding them. They just accumulated in my mind. And every single time when I was faced with a similar challenge in the future, because I didn't address the burnout, then the fundamental root cause of the last burnout, that I just kept burning out and I kept getting stuck and not making progress. Burnout obviously doesn't happen to situations when they are going well. Obviously, it happens to situations when things are going bad. You are not getting tractions as you wanted to get. Your job is not going well. You're not getting that promotion. Your boss is playing office politics. Any kind of progression, whether it's a positive progression, like a business is growing, but your trauma has kind of trapped you in that burnout energy, or that things are going negatively, all these movements would attract burnout. The secret is that everybody burns out. However, have you ever been curious why do some people reach their goals and potential anyway, and some other people don't? Is it because they have a rich uncle? Is it because they have won a lottery jackpot? Is it because the one gives up is a loser? Well, not really. The fundamental reason why the ones give up is because they lack energetic commitment and they do not have enough of the right energy to use it when they need it. Let me explain. According to Energy Leadership Index, there's 2 kinds of energies in our body. The first one is catabolic energy, and the second one is anabolic energy. So catabolism is a process where the body uses its own energy to counteract a perceived stressor. The body will find its available energy stored within its system and pull from it to generate energy to react to a stressor and to bring out a stress response, such as fight or flight, arguing, or giving up. So for example, COVID hit, you had a cafe, and as a result of the government activities where they force you to limit your business or there's less traffic, that it basically wiped out your business. As a result of that, you closed down your business and you went to Reddit, you found a conspiracy group, and you vented about how the government was the root of all evil. In this case, what happened was that you use a lot of catabolic energy to fight, which is to go online and looking for like-minded people complaining about what happened to you, and flight, which is closing down your business and just give up. This danger of having too much catabolic energy is that because your body is using its own stored energy to counteract, you don't have a lot of available energy to expand yourself, to look for a solution to solve the problem. And as a result of that, first of all, your body suffers. And secondly, you don't use your energy in the correct way so that you can actually move forward. The second type of energy is anabolic energy. So, anabolism is the opposite energy and process. It's a process by which the body builds itself up and grows. Anabolic energy is constructive, it's expanding, it's rejuvenating, and it's also sustainable. It's driven by solution seeking acknowledgement of different perspectives and rationalizing differences, identifying a purpose in all situations, and also being of service to others. Same example, you had a cafe, COVID hit, the government started to restrict the amount of activities you can do. Now, you realize that this must have happened to all other small businesses. So as a result of that, you started to actively seeking a solution out of it. You realize people still need to drink coffee in this trying time. So you then started to limit your business activities to delivery only. You then expand to e-commerce and you open an e-commerce store. You also open a YouTube channel to help other coffee lovers to select beans. You realize that this is not personal and you used all your energy anabolically, which means you use your energy to solve this problem and you use this energy to be of service, regardless of what the situation is. The difference between success and failures sometimes is really just a switch of thoughts. It lies in whether you give up. And whether you give up a lot of times have something to do with having too much catabolic energy. Two people can have the exact same thing happen to them, and the same thing, and one will succeed, another one will fail and give up. Because the one that succeeds turned every perception into an anabolic energy that drives them to find a way out. And the one that fails simply just perceive the situation as destructive. Before we dive into the ways of how to deal with your burnout energy, I just wanted to let one thing sink in, that everything is energy. You might heard this from other people before, but this, if you really believing, will change your life. Now, everything is energy in the sense that if you don't use your energy, you're not going to be able to create things. And if you use the wrong energy, you're going to create the wrong things. Only with the right energy can you really create the business or life that you want. In law of attraction, if you don't even have the right energy, you're not even going to see the things in front of you that you really want. So the first thing you need to do to change your situation for better when you are in a burnout is to do an energy audit. So from the moment you wake up in the morning to the moment you go to bed, every single hour, write down how you feel, what you feel exactly, and rate them from the scale of 1 to 3. 1 means that you feel really bad about it, 2 means that you feel neutral about it, and 3 means that you feel great. For example, this morning from 9 to 10 a.m., I feel bad because one customer of mine just complained about the product that I sell and leave a 1-star review after she already get a refund. The reason why I feel bad about it is because, first of all, I feel angry. I feel it's injustice. She already got her refund. There's no reason for her to leave another one-star review. Another thing I feel is stress, because a one-star review means negative impact on my business. The second step after you have done your energy audit is that by end of every single day, you wanted to do an energy shift for anything that is not 2 or 3. So the way that we showed up in the world, which is our behavior, is determined by how we feel. And how we feel is usually determined by how we think. By tackling how you think about a given situation, you can shift your energy from low level catabolic to high level anabolic energy. So in the case that I just talked to you about my own experience, the reason why I felt angry was because I perceived this incident of a customer leaving one-star review after already given her refund to be injustice. The line of thought that I had was that she already got the monetary value from me. Now, why would she want to go and destroy my business? However, by having that thought of me against the world and she must have a bad intention, I was setting myself up for more stress. There's another way to perceive it, which is probably more realistic and accurate in this case, is that the customer has her right to express whatever she wants to express. She can write a 5-star review about the product. She can write 1-star review about the product. She can do anything she wants. And the more realistic scenario in this case was probably because even though she received her refund, emotionally, she still feel that she needed to vent. Perhaps that was because our customer service was not to her satisfaction. In this case, I removed myself from the situation of this situation being personal attack to me and looked at it more objectively. I also realized that there's nothing else I can do to rectify whatever was happened. Moving forward, we can do 2 things as a business. The first is to rectify the 1-star review impact on the business by incentivizing more reviews and by giving more giveaways to achieve that. The second action that we could take as a business was to review our customer service template and find out what are the loopholes or perhaps what are the areas we can improve so that the customer, even when they're getting their refund, also feel emotionally they're taken care of by the company. Therefore, reduce the chance of them leaving a negative review. The third and final step in this process is after you have done your energy audit every single day and reflected on it every single day, do that for a week and make sure that you hit at least 80% of 2 to 3s. Now, in this process, you might discover some long-standing patterns. For example, that you realize that you don't have enough positive energy because you have a lack of sleep, or you are simply not interested in what you do most of the time, or that maybe you feel lonely. For other things, for example, lack of interest, you could also outsource the things you're not interested in to other people or shift your focus. But then for other emotional problems such as loneliness or long-standing depression, anxiety you haven't really tackled and just been accumulating, you might want to set aside certain time to work on it or even see a psychologist. The bottom line is, as entrepreneurs, we are really unique creatures where, in a sense, where we don't live in a structured environment. We don't really have a boss to tell us what to do. We don't have coworkers to vent our problems with. So at a lot of the time, we are governing our own time and we're governing our own energy levels. Nobody's telling you what to do, and nobody's also telling you what you should think. So as a result of this, you are at your own mercy of how you show up to the world, of how you show up to your business. Now, I promise you, after you have done this exercise for at least 2 weeks to a month, you will see a drastic improvement in your energy level, and you want to make sure that you are your own boss when it comes down to your own energy as well. If you like my content, please click like and subscribe to my channel. I will publish weekly content on entrepreneurship and mindset.